Okay, so we are in the Gilded Vale. Just ran into Aloth. Is that how you say his name?
Yes?
Mr. Wizard. He's level 2 now, too. We are level 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, level 2 rogue. Wood Elf rogue, and he is a story character, I guess we'll call him. He is a second level wizard, also a Wood Elf. Totally coincidental. Supposed to be headed to the wind here. Sorry, not wind, in. Villager, villager, villager. Floorboards are sticky with spills that no one has bothered to clean. Pasca.
Good day to you.
Hello and welcome to the Innkeeper Looks Up. Oh, it's you. Tenforth told us what you did for him. It's such a relief to have him back. I can't thank you enough. So, sure, I don't know what that was for. Consider yourself a favorite of the house. Discounts on drinks, rooms. Tenforth said he wanted to whip up something nice for you. He's already back to work in the kitchen. Oh, the dwarf. She laughs. So what would you like? Like a room. I could use some reliable help. Do you know of anyone looking for work? Oh, well, I wouldn't say I can speak from experience, but we do have certain sorts coming by looking for work from time to time. If you want to hire someone on, I'd be happy to send them your way. Let me see what you have to work with. Oh, we get to create our own adventures? Ah, okay. I don't think we want to do that, do we? And we leveled up again. Okay, so keep you working 6 points. So stealth, mechanics, and save up points for next level. I don't really need lore on him. There are enough party NPCs. You walk by one. Oh, did I? I'm sure I did. Okay, so crippling strike. Rogue taxes his or her enemy's ability to move around effectively, inflicting extra damage to and hobbling your enemy. Reckless assault causes the rogue to dive into battle without a second thought, lowering his or her deflection but increasing accuracy and weapon damage. Escape allows the rogue to break engagement and expertly avoid the next attack, diving out of range to a specific location and granting a temporary defense bonus. Dirty fighting. Rogue employs a variety of underhanded tactics, turning some of her hits into critical hits. Yes, please. And for view group? Nah, I'm not going to do a view group on this run. Okay, you are a lore person, so lore. Points left. Athletics for the second wind stuff. Over once per encounter, characters with athletics can use a second wind ability to recover lost endurance. A higher athletics score increases the effect of second wind and conversation stuff. Baldur's Gate 3 Patch 8 has been announced for Tuesday. We're finished with Baldur's Gate 3, though. It doesn't really need to be sneaky, does it? Just a little bit. Let's do that. Yeah, let's save a point up for later. Oh, another spell. Bewildering Spectacle. Creates a bizarre and perplexing visual distraction, confusing enemies in the area. Effect. Binding Web. Guessing that's just a web. Bulwark against the elements. So, mystical shield around the caster, advising with the bonuses to burn that stuff, or against that stuff. Busting Wounds. Causes enemy wounds in the area of effect to ignite, inflicting additional burn damage each time. Nice. And Corrosive Siphon. Eats away at the target's spirit, inflicting corrosive damage and converting the essence into endurance for the caster. Oh, that spell. Curse of Blackened Sight. Shows the target's vision and total darkness, blinding them. How long does that last? 26 seconds. Oh, that would do wonders for Gimpy. Fetid Caress. And becomes paralyzed, afflicted with boiling pustules and foul smelling liquid, blah, blah, blah. I did what? I selected the first 2 spells in the list to learn them. Oh. Yeah. It'll be fine. Use the Vital Essence. Oh, it's even different level spells too. Merciless Gaze. Becomes able to see an enemy's weaknesses and vulnerabilities as they were physically tangible, increasing the chance of landing a crit. Double-mindedness. Image. Ray of Fire. Fine. They really like the fire, don't they? Flame between the caster and the target, inflicting no more damage to the target and anyone caught in the ray. Rolling Flame. So you have access to a variety of offensive and personal defense spells. Unlike priests and druids, wizards learn individual spells. Oops, sorry. Creates a rebounding ball of fire, inflicting burn damage upon anyone in its path. .40 meter, bounces up to 3 times. It's 10 seconds, range is only 5 meters though. I don't know. Shielded energy, granting increased damage reduction, concentration bonus. Mirrored Image, and one other. It's perfect to play party kill pinball in dungeons. Yeah, I'm not a fan of randomly rolling fireballs. That's just not safe. Rusty Wounds. Inflicting additional burn damage over time each time they are wounded. Siphon, though. 5 meters. Some fog stuff. Ghost Blades. What's the range on this one? Calls a field of unearthly blades into existence, inflicting immediate pierce damage and a hobbled effect on targets in the area. Effect 6.8 meters and a cone. Oh, that could be dangerous. Crushing damage. 10 meters, 1.7 meters. This is just the blind now. But it lasts 26 seconds. That's a pretty good blind. Skin signals nearby. So this does 6 meters away. Little area effect. Paralyzes for 10 seconds and makes them easier to hit for that. Choices. Necrotic Lance. Creates a lance of pure necrotic energy, causing corrode damage instantly and over time. The Ray of Fire, too. Because Scorching Ray of Flame between the caster and target. This is 5 meters. Burns everywhere in between. Lasts for 10 seconds. He's a necromancer? No, he's a wizard. Let's do Ray of Fire. That's the dwarf. What's this say? Some kind of brown slop is congealing in these ditches. It smells burnt. The dwarf would be happy to hear that. Villager or land server. Did you choose the second spell besides the fire on purpose, or because it was still selected after reading? No, I selected it on purpose. I don't know which one I picked, but which one did I pick? So how do you see this stuff?
Yes?
Arcane Assault, that's his little wand thing, right? Yeah, we picked Fetid, Caress, and Ray of Fire. Those are picked on purpose. My guy looks like a ranger. He's a rogue.
Sure.
Get drunk. Strong, bright lit blade. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this woman's soul. Voices from its past seem to call out to you. Reach out for the soul. You see a woman emptying her satchel into her bed, taking stock of her inventory. Potions, bandages, tinctures, and herbs are scattered throughout her room haphazardly. She bites her lip, head tilted to the side, considering. She begins to repack one item after the other, careful deliberation undercut by shaking hands. Each item has a clearly marked place, but no matter how she repacks it, she isn't satisfied. Shaking worsens as she empties it out once more, one hand held to her mouth. Tears eke from her eyes as she gives up all the semblance of order and shoves everything she can into the satchel, grabbing it and running out from the bare house. Straightening her back as she walks to the docks, chin high, eyes hard and red, a gangly young elf offers his condolences, but she can't see him for the ocean ahead of her. She wanders the docks, offering her services as a doctor to any who will listen, anyone heading out on high tide. Less than an hour later, she watches her childhood disappear in the distance, a tiny speck of an island, and tries not to jump. When you select Alok, there's a book symbol in his action bar. I think that's where you can check his spells. When you select him.
Yes?
Oh. The Grimoire. There we go. What's the plus for? Sunless grasp. Caster's hands become so cold as to freeze what they touch. Doesn't. Oh, this is in his Grimoire. So how does this work? Oh, this is different. Okay, so dazzling lights. Fan of flames.
Oops.
Caress, ray of fire.
Is that all you can say? That was really poorly done.
In front of the caster causing burn damage, so. Second levels. What's going on? Is that more making them active? Is that what's going on? Or is it just double? Melting touch, dazzling lights. No cost bonus copper. Oh, it's just to learn the spell. So he doesn't. Oh, that's right. You can learn it from the Grimoire. There are 4 per level. Then why has it got 5? Those are the ones he knows. I realize that, but how do you... This is a confusing system. Is anyone in the area of effect of brilliant stuff? Oh, left is known, right is prepared? Doesn't make sense. Oh, never mind. Are you sure? Oh, no, yeah, that's right, because it's like Grimoire. It's different. So, missiles, dazzling lights. Anyone in the area affected with brilliant ability or pyrotechnic display, decreasing their will and leaving them dazed. So we need space for this one. Not going to use that one. Oops.
You need to get up and step away from the computer. That was really bad.
It was. So now we want to make that go away, and we want to use double. Fan of flames in front of the caster, causing burn damage. I know we want the jolting touch. Not sure how useful this dazzling lights is going to be. Days might be good though. New wizard spell. Remember that you must add new wizard spells to a grimoire before they're available for you to use. No problem. Okay. Engineer field of vibrant history. We just did this. What about strong? Bright blade. Engineer field, blah blah blah. So reach out for the soul. You see a group of young men standing around a makeshift practice target. This man stands in the middle of them, explaining the construction and use of a bow. He holds up, pointing out each part as he speaks about it and what it does. He then walks away from the target, telling them to remain where they are, and takes his place about 200 feet away. He carefully lines up his shot, explaining what he's doing as he does, and lets the arrow fly. It hits the target dead center, much to the surprise and delight of the boys near it. He smiles, walking toward the boys, talking about proper stance and how to most effectively hold a bow. A noise comes from the tree line near the practice venue, and he stops, scanning the woods, blue eyes squinting against the sun. A shadow moves, making its way through the forest behind them. He draws an arrow and lines up the shot, carefully tracking the motion of the hidden creature. Loosing the arrow, he wastes no time and quickly grabs another. The boys spin, watching the arrow fly into the forest, immediately lost among the trees. There is sudden explosive movement in the undergrowth as a deer erupts from the tree line, running across the edge of the clearing. The boys laugh, turning to joke with the man with his lousy shot, about his lousy shot. They stop talking, seeing him holding the bow and leading the deer with a knocked arrow. They drop to the ground as he looses the last arrow, which flies true and strikes the deer right behind his shoulder, piercing heart and lungs and dropping it dead almost immediately. The boys stare at the deer for a few seconds and then slowly turn to look at the man. Newfound respect in their eyes, he smiles again and breathes a quiet sigh of relief. You've learned a new... No, I already did that. So what's with the light over here?
I shall.
Free money? How nice of them. So we're not supposed to talk to these two? It seems like I'm supposed to talk to him, but not talk to him. Free money? Or free stuff? Fruit and grain. We'll talk to the dwarf, see what he has to say after we rob him. Deep booze.
And what do we have here?
Something on the floor. Ah, it's you, my savior. He makes a sweeping gesture to indicate the kitchen around you. It's good to be back. Do you think I will let this go? Do you not think I will let this go unrewarded? I've decided that you have earned the right to learn one of my most closely guarded secrets, my dearest recipe. After this, you will eat nothing else. Minor positive. Save your pie to keep you hale and hearty. May it serve you well in your travels. What's this though? Potion. Gold rot shrew. Sounds yummy. Spoons hang by the fire, coated in brownish gunk. So, what's upstairs? Oh, I guess I should talk to the drunk, see if we can start a bar fight, right? And who are you then? Another fool come to answer Raedric's invitation. Our great lord had my sister run out of town after the Bue was born. She was the only family I had left. I'm not sure where she is now. Blazes, I need another drink. You say so. Carousers. Online says Raedric's paying good wages for new hands. Guessed.
This calls for a subtle touch. Give me a real challenge.
Just walk in and start taking stuff. Hey, get out of there. Too late. Too late. Guess I should have been sneakier about it, huh? Or did I not take it? I thought I took the stuff.
I shall be discreet.
I'm confused. Where'd it go? Gain an item. Turquoise added to the stash. That doesn't help me. Lock picked. I'm curious on what actually happened there. Because it's not here. And the stuff we took from down below, too. Where is it? Oh, goes... So there's no... Is there an all? Apparently no. Damn it, we just have to go through this stuff. So Scroll of Tanglefoot requires 2 lore. Tanglefoot. After there goes a patch of twisted characters set foot inside the area effect become hobbled. What kind of spell is that? Looking at Eldritch Aim. Against caster otherworldly sight, resulting in preternatural accuracy for a short period. Yes. Ring. Deflection. +5 deflection. Yeah, give it to Mr. Wizard, I guess. Padded cap, hood, stuff, cape.
Aye?
So is that scroll not actually good for him? Or is it? Look at all the food you know how to make now. Savory pie. Was this the one he showed us how to make? Sorry. What's that? A rice pan. Chicken. Third chicken. Oh, this is working the same. Okay. Working the same as Avowed, basically, as far as that's concerned, which is shocking. Okay.
Sure.
So you guys. That's luck and inevitable change shakes Merlin. So who are you guys? Oh, more reading. But these people aren't people we can recruit? We're just seeing their past are? People with yellow nameplates are Kickstarter backer creations and soul stories you can read. Oh, is that what it is? I didn't see that part. Fan fiction and immersion breaking. Yeah, well, it's weird.
I see where you're going with that.
Look, another rapier. And a duelist hat. Behind the books is a drawing that shows Elos and Lord Redrick. It's ink comprised. Oh, whatever. Anyway. History, another lockpick. Just a promise they made with the Kickstarter backers. It was one of the first successful Kickstarters. Oh, I don't know. I wasn't expecting to go out here. But it's daytime? We went through everything. Talked to everybody we should have talked to. So I think we're done here. Guess we could talk to the bartender a little bit more.
Hail and well met.
Need a room. I'd like to know more about the Black Hound. Really? Well, let me see. The actual building's been here for years, but the Black Hound's fairly new. We get a lot of new faces in here too, fewer than we used to, I'll admit. 10 first the big draw. I'm sure we'll get the big crowds back again in no time. I used to work tables, actually, until the old owner up and left. Nobody's sure what happened to him. Even left his poor hound behind. That's the name. See, the Black Hound. It's still sitting upstairs, pining after him, poor old girl. Place ended up in my hands somehow, she laughs. My very own inn. A lot of hard work involved, but it's been worth it so far. Please sit where you like. Would you like a drink or a room? We have two available at the moment. I'm afraid we can't offer much by the way of a good meal today. Unless unless you're fond of cold porridge. No. Oh, we have for sale. Should we find something you're liking? We have the finest cook in Deerwood. Will you buy the stuff I'm carrying is the question. She will. Clubs. Who uses clubs? Quarterstaff, where did it disappear to? Simple clothing, no DR. That, don't need the hats. Oh, a hood. You could be a hood person. Good enough? 500. To add new spells to a wizard's known list, you have to equip another grimoire and learn the spells from it. You did one earlier. Scrolls are just consumables. Okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense. They're in the corner. So let's leave. South. Temple of Aethys, we already know. Afra's house? Sure, why not? Who's Afra? More villagers. Oh, look, it's a cat. Afra. Derwardin woman is standing in front of the fireplace, humming a quiet tune to herself, or perhaps to her unborn child, for she is clearly quite pregnant. She turns her head slightly as you enter.
Well met, friend.
Well, finally, I was starting to think. The woman makes a startled noise once she turns around and sees you. Oh, I'm sorry. I was expecting someone else. She gives you a cautious smile. Can I help you? I just arrived in Guildvale. I thought I'd just get to know the locals. Were you with one of the caravans? She looks at you hopefully. Master Ademus, by chance? I was, yes. I'm afraid the rest of the caravan was killed. She covers her mouth with a hand, eyes wide with horror. For a few moments, she can manage nothing but a strangled, voiceless gasping, her eyes brimming with tears. Sorry? I knew. I told her it was a dangerous path to take. Kaliska was always so certain she could take on any danger. She sniffs. Oh, my poor sister. I'm sorry, stranger. I can't believe she's gone. Well, she's kind of a douche. Just wanted to point that out. If only I hadn't called her here. If I hadn't written to her, she might still be alive somewhere. Her face crumples and a solitary tear slides down her cheek. Why did you send for her? Kaliska mentioned that she thought you needed help. Perhaps I can provide some assistance. Benevolent. Quit your sniveling. How are you going to raise a child if you're this weak? Is there anything I can do? Benevolent. She looks at you with some surprise before dabbing at her nose. With her sleeve. That's kind of you to offer, but I don't know if I could impose this on you. It's not a small favor. She wipes at her eyes. I'm worried about the baby, about the legacy. I told Kaliska as much as I could, but all I know is that for a long time now, every child born in Guildvale has been soulless, empty. It's happened to so many mothers, and Lord Raedric. He's exiled all of them, calling it a sign of the gods' disfavor. She sniffs. With my Hathort gone, I don't know how I'd managed if I lost my home, too. I hope Kaliska could help me. They say Ranga, the old midwife, knows a way to prevent a child from being hollowborn. But she moved south to Anslag Compass 2 seasons ago. The journey's too far for me. I can't make it as I am, but I don't have anything else now with Kaliska gone. More tears run down her face. Please, can you help me? I'll find for you. Kind wayfarers. Okay, that's a long ways to go. What's this in this for me? I think about it if I ever head that way. I'm not one for charity. Handle it yourself. I'll find it. Or whatever. She blinks, eyes wide. You will? Oh, God bless you. Here, I'll give you coin to pay her with. You needn't trouble yourself with that. I think it's a drink she fashions out of, well, I'm not sure, but it shouldn't be too much of a burden to carry back. Anslag's Compass is what we call the lagoon to the south. You'll have to cross the wilds to get there. That's what keeps me from trying myself. She clasps her hands together. Thank you again, truly. You'll be saving us both. She sets a hand on her stomach, smiling through her tears. Ta-da. Meerkat, welcome back. Can't read. She's kind of a douche. You ad-libbing again? I always ad-lib. Everything I read is ad-libbed. Speaking of ad-libbing.
Easy does it.
Let's see what we can steal here. Grain. So I guess we shouldn't be stealing. So if we kill her, we can get this, crappy stuff.
Mm-hmm. They'll never know I'm here.
You'd think he'd be better rogue than he is. Remember the pregnant lady who just lost her sister? Smooth. I don't see the problem. I really don't see the problem. Oh, God, you could have said that a little bit earlier. So who's this guy?
Hey there.
Nobody. Oh, sorry. Wrong person. Locks the Ursa. The Clink. Who are you two? Oh, more of these guys. Reach out. Stuff. Who's Eater? I don't know who's Eater. Is there an Eater? I talked to Eater. Eater didn't say anything else. He wasn't real helpful. It was more interesting to see if I could loot the bodies, because I said we could. Yeah, I talked to him. Welcome to our lovely village. See? Don't worry, if I need hints, I'll ask for him. Or hints. Ooh. The chew. Who's Homer robbing next? Only 600 hours? Slacker. Okay, who are you guys? Soul.
Nice to see you too.
The Gimpy's the better acquirer of things. A little wizard is not the person to be doing this. The wizard thing was a mistake. Or, yeah, it was a mistake. Goofed up on that one. I wasn't paying attention. More of the soul people? Whatever. Here. Did you go down the ruins of the temple? I went into the temple, but I came back out because I wasn't sure that I was going to be able to handle it with one person. Oh, we're headed back down. Oh, this conversation working at closing two bulging satchels. They move to embrace until the woman notices you approach and pauses, her smile faltering a little.
Hail and well met.
Can we help you? She looks to her companion, brows furrowing with confusion. Do you know this man, Nantan? Yes, I think we met in Valewood. I warned him about the bear. He inclines his head. Glad to see you made it. Was there something else you wanted? You two seem to be in a hurry. You're in good spirits for people who just lost a friend. That's unkind of you to say. I'm grieving my husband in my fashion. I'm only sorry I could not convince him to leave Gilded Vale. So, this guy's friend, right? They were cheating on him. They killed him. Like pushing him into the bear, I'm sure. Seem to be in a hurry. Yes, I imagine so. Ingrid laughs. We're packing for a trip, actually. I've been meaning to visit Defiance Bay, and she looks at Nantan. Well, in truth, I think I've had my fill of this town. It's time for some new scenery. Is there anything you can tell me about Gilded Vale? Only that you'll want to be moving on as soon as you can. You'll have seen the tree, I imagine. But the rot goes deeper. If you were looking for work, I'd say you have a better chance of it elsewhere. We're headed for Defiance Bay ourselves. Do you have anything important?
They'll never know I'm here. And what do we have here?
That is... Get all the stuff. These people are rich.
Hail, traveler.
Nope. So we know they killed a guy, but how do we prove it? Bottle's son of is half empty. So they're drunk too? A windmill. You know there's more grain in there, Trumbull. We won't settle for scraps while you grow fat on our crops. A muffled shouting emerges from inside the mill. The first of you drunkards comes through that door, get a shot between the eyes. Gods hear me, Swainer. I'll put you down like a dog. Come away for now, lads. We'll be back, Trumbull. But we'll have fair prices, or by the flame we'll have a reckoning. In the visions on the dead man in the cave? I didn't see a dead man in a cave. Or did I? What, in the bear cave? I don't know. I don't think so. Was I supposed to? I didn't know I could do visions. I was more concerned about the bear that wanted to eat me twice. An elven man stands before you, his relatively stocky build, suggesting a life of labor. His face is pale and drawn, and his eyes wide. Behind him, a younger man and woman exchange word glances. Miller raises a club as you enter. It shakes violently in his grip. Get back if you value your life. Hold on, I'm not here to hurt anyone. Okay, +1. The Miller hesitates, then lowers the club. Wait, I know you. You just came into town, right? Don't tell me Swainer's already got his claws into you. Gods, that's all I need. What's all that ruckus about? My name's Gimpy. I'm only just arrived in Giblet Vale. I thought you could use some help. Those people out there seem pretty angry. Really? He sighs in relief. Highly as say, could I use a friendly face? I take it you heard some part of what Kraut's asking for. Grain, as if I've got it all tucked away somewhere. Mention to me that eat people. Well, this one did. He ate me twice. He one-shot me twice is basically what he did. Summers been egging that lot on for days now. They've been keeping clear so far, but if things keep on like they are, I don't know how much longer we've got before things get messy. Please, if you're not here on his behalf, maybe you could speak to Swainer. He won't listen to me anymore. Just explain that we're all getting smaller rations now. We're all making sacrifices. Let's see what I can do. He all but sags with relief. I'd be grateful if he did. He won't listen to me anymore, but maybe you'll have better luck. Tell him we're all having a hard time of it. He already said that. Folk in town will say you're the sensible sort. Even Swainer can appreciate that. If you convince him, I'll be in your debt for it. More importantly, is there stuff I can borrow permanently?
Yeah?
Visions help you and dead people see things. But I'm a rogue. I don't see things. I take things. Your father's a good man. He always done the right by the town. I'm sure Father can explain better just what's happened here. I haven't been up there yet. Have I? No, I haven't been over here yet. More people to talk to that don't actually have anything to say. There. Just up there. At the rains, the stalks feel as dry and stiff as a locust husk. That's not good. Your question regarding the interactivity with folks hanging on a tree like that said, I think you have to rest in the inn first. Oh. So I have to get rested before I can rob the dead? That's what it's about? Look, they're cows. Villagers. So I guess I have to go in the inn and rest because I haven't done that yet. Maybe that's why he won't talk to me either. Well, he talked to me very briefly, but he didn't really have anything to say.
How do you do?
I'd like a room, please. Certainly, you're always welcome. Neighbors rest. Last for 2 rest, plus 1 perception, plus 1 mechanics. Last for 2 rest, 1 is 2 resolve. Common. How much money do I have? A lot of characters rest without using camping supplies. Cheap rooms are usually available, but if you have copper to spend, you may consider the more expensive options. The bonuses that provide last for a long time and affect the entire party. I have 800. I'm kind of rich at the moment. Resolve or perception and mechanics is a boost for Gimpy. So, please. You sleep as restless and fevered, assaulted by hisses and whispers, blanketed with a suffocating anxiety. You open your eyes to awaken and find yourself in front of Gilded Vale's gallows tree, the creaking of its ropes growing louder in your mind until the sound is deafening. Hanging from the tree is an old dwarf woman whose face has shriveled inward like moldering fruit. Her head hangs limply to one side. As you look at her, she looms larger and larger in your mind until she is mere inches from your face. Suddenly, her head snaps up and her eyes open. And they are empty, and behind them is a vast nothingness that makes your stomach drop. Her mouth slowly parts, and with a gust of rancid air, she speaks a word, Watcher. You jolt awake, the foul smell of the dwarf woman's breath still permeating your nostrils. Sweat runs down your face in thick droplets, and your skin is soaked from head to toe. You remember the woman. You remember seeing her Decane's face when you spoke with the magistrate. He called her an animancer. Though it fills you with a new queasy apprehension, you feel a strange compulsion to see this woman once more, if only to confirm she is truly dead. Dum, dum, dum. Okay, so that. Okay, so back to the tree. Yeah, welcome to our lovely village. So still nothing from you. You're the dead person. The squat, distended body of an elderly dwarf woman dangles from a thin, crooked bow that sags at the tug of her noose. The bloated purple flesh of her neck, worn away in patches like moth-eaten linen, bulges over the rope that suspends her, and her lifeless head lolls forward, originally from one side to the other when the breeze shifts. You perceive a faint glow around her that casts no light on its surroundings, but there is a tepid warmth to it. And you feel somehow that you could reach out and touch it, not with your hands, but with some aspect of yourself that is no worldly dimension.
This break supports the purchase of Rocket's treats. If you would like to help Rocket feel like a puppy again, please visit gimpyknee.com/support or type !treats in chat. Thank you. Your next break is in 1 hour.
Okay, let's talk to the dead person. Reach out to the woman. For the woman. You take a deep breath, clearing your mind, focusing on your objective. As you exhale, you feel yourself spreading out toward the hanging woman, perceiving all that lies between you and her with new and unfamiliar awareness. Once you have expanded enough to reach her, there is a sudden jolt to your mind, a ringing, electric surge of images and words and sounds. Involuntarily, you shut your eyes and feel yourself being pulled down to some deeper consciousness, in a space occupied only by you and the hanging woman. And when you open them again, she is staring at you with eyes clouded in a milky fog, her body still swaying in the wind you no longer feel from a tree that stands planted in a misty void. The woman gives a slow nod of her head, and the rope creaking as she does so, and she smiles at you.
Have you come here for me, dear? Or have you gotten lost? Ah, it is both, I think. Yes?
Am I imagining this? How are you able to speak to me?
Is that what we're doing? Perhaps it just seems that way. Perhaps it is the easiest way for your mind to make sense of it. I think it is a very good choice.
Am I imagining this?
No, I think not. A pity that. It would be simpler. A mercy even. To not have to wander anymore, no? Alas, we are here, you and I. Wherever here may be.
I need to understand something that's happened to me. She nods, a look of pity on her face as though consoling a child.
The world looks a little different than it used to, is that it? Feels like you're noticing things for the first time that have always been there.
She nods.
You have seen past the shroud. It only takes an instant. Your soul remembers, yes? Remembers how it sees when it leaves the body, like being reminded of a dream you had forgotten. You are a watcher now, and a watcher you will stay.
But I don't want to be a watcher. What's a watcher?
What indeed? Long hours have many animancers spent studying such things. Not I, no, not I. I'll tell you what I know, though, since fair is fair, and here we are visiting, you and I, and it reminds me of better times. Souls pass on, some say through Audra stones, which are the blood veins of the world. They leave the world for a time and are reborn into it, sometimes more than they were before, but usually less and seldom the same. For all souls there is a time where they do not live, yet have not passed on, and those souls roam the world, same as you or I, either living or lost. But no one sees them because they have forgotten how. A watcher sees, though, knows what to look for. And sometimes they know a person just by looking at them, know where they've been in ages past when their bodies were other bodies. See memories even their owner can't recall. A wonder to behold when all goes well. A wonder!
What did you mean when all goes well?
Oh, nothing to be afraid of, I'm sure. It's just much to take in for some. Sometimes there's trouble sleeping or other difficulties.
Smiles at you reassuringly, fanning out a tuft of long whispers that sprouts from one of her cheeks.
You should see old Merwald. He could tell you much more than I. A watcher just like you. Helped many in his day. Took up in an old keep no one would claim. Not far, not far. Kadnua, beyond the Black Meadow. He will welcome the company.
I think I survived at Bivouac. Do you know why that would be?
Did you now, dear? My, that would be something, wouldn't it? Could be luck, could certainly be. A storm can be a careless thing. Or maybe it got its hands around your soul but couldn't pick it up. A soul can be heavy if it stayed in one piece through its time. Strong souls, we call them in the trade. Cold, I mean. Called them. Those days are all behind me, no?
Such souls break apart over time.
Oh, yes. Entropy. Rimagan's work. We know little of why or how. We lose pieces of ourselves when we die and pick up pieces of others when we are born again. But less than what we lost. We tried to stop it with the animantic sciences, but with little success. A very small few resist Rimergan's influence and stay together through some force of defiance, at least for a time. But they all succumb eventually, I think.
Clicks her tongue. I want to know something about you.
Me? I'll bore you to tears, though.
Who are you?
And here I thought you'd come to visit me in particular. Caldara de Baranzi, of the Valian Royal Academy of Animantic Sciences. Not the greatest of their number, but I came here all the same because this was where help was needed.
What happened to you? She laughs, a rasping choked cackle escaping between rows of buttery yellow teeth, causing her body to bob up and down with each spasm. Seeing your blank expression, she catches herself.
Oh, come now. Such a question. As though the answer were plain as a rope tied for strangling. Allow an old dwarf her last bit of cheer. Well, I came where I was needed, didn't I? Offered my services to Lord Radric for a pittance. A humble pittance. I was to examine the Lord's wife, see why the gods have seen fit to poison her womb. Studied her for months, looked high and low for impurities, tested her valence, the permeability of her essence. Do you know what I found?
Tell me.
Nothing at all. A healthy woman, head to toe, blessed with a beautiful soul. Such a sweet woman, too. Meek, but warm-hearted. A few months' time, and the lord of the house demanded answers. For a time, I told him what he wanted to hear. Oh, yes, my lord. She is riddled with imbalances. I must have time to cure her. As the birth drew near, he grew impatient, as lords do. And this is where I've ended up.
It's an animancer.
A student of the soul. Something so basic, yet so poorly understood. But so many breakthroughs have been made in my lifetime. Had been made. Had been. To hear the locals tell it, we're a gang of soul manglers that preys upon the weak-minded. And the worst of us are. But the best of us? The best? Inspirations, miracle workers. My parents were soul twins, miserable before they met, empty inside. It was an animancer who helped one find the other, turned their lives around. You wouldn't believe the stories. Amnesiacs helped to remember their lives. The suicidal brought back from the brink of oblivion. The elderly afforded extra moments to say their goodbyes. How soon we forget when we're afraid. It's a fascinating science. A fascinating time to be alive in a place like Deerwood that does not control the research, no? I love the Valian Republics for many things, but their recent caution will leave them behind, I fear.
Other questions? No, I don't.
Goodbye, my dear. It was lovely visiting.
She closes her eyes and her head slumps forward over the noose, and your surroundings seem to bleed into your vision with some unknown place of waiting. Crucible of the Soul. Okay, he looks at you through narrowed eyes. Are you alright? You seemed lost for just now. I'm a watcher. His arched eyebrows recede into his hood. Well, that is interesting. He gives you a sly grin. I expect this has something to do with the hooded figure in the ruins. In any case, I appreciate your honesty. Since we're traveling together, it's probably wise for us to share these things. Do you know anything about Watchers? Only that they're rare and that they seem to have unique insights into certain soul conditions, he coughs, as you demonstrated. Let's continue on. Okay. I need to take a break. I need to get up, stretch my legs, get some water, go talk to Rocket for a little bit. And I'll be back in a few minutes to continue on, of course. So, thank you very much for watching. I'll be back shortly. Enjoy the dog video.